Hi, welcome to the channel. It's called Coffee de Olla, and then we're gonna go over some of the reasons for why President AMLO is gonna do some changes, some proposals to the Supreme Court in Mexico. It's called the SCJN. Uh, that stands for Suprema Corte de Justicia de la Nación. From here, we're gonna go over some of the basic highlights. Pretty much, it's several. I think it's like 20 different points. So one of the videos I see here, it's 115, and it talks about some of the reasons why the president of Mexico wants to do some changes. So for example, just briefly, let me get back here. We're gonna see the major change in income. So the president of Mexico, that's the monthly. These are pesos. So 129,432. That's monthly what the president receives. Uh, and then anyone else in the court, keep looking to the right. That's the circuit. That's the district. Uh, Council of Justice. Looks like that's what it stands for. I don't know how to translate that. Uh, and that's the Supreme Court. Currently, there's about 11 members. Uh, let's go over them briefly. So that's the president. That's the name of the judge. She's called Norma Pina Hernandez. And then there's 10 other of them. So that's who they are. And that's the website. So let's go back to the points. Should be here. Okay. Let's go over some basic highlights here. So currently, what the Supreme Court judge in Mexico, what they make, it's 129,432. No, I'm sorry, that's the wrong one. That's sorry, it's 792,258 pesos. You convert that to dollars. We're talking about close to $40,000. And then you multiply by the 12, that's about $475,777 a year. And then from here, there's other things that they receive other perks, just basic things that they get. Uh, Monthly, it's about 300,000 pesos. Once again, all these are going to be pesos. We're just going to convert it to dollars if you want to do that in real time. And then they get some other type of like a bonus. It's 486,092 with 53 cents. 40 days of that bonus. And then they get some perks like for vacation. So it's about 95,474. 10 days of what they get as a perk. And then from here, they're able to go to restaurants. For this is for the 11 judges. So pretty much they could order anything that they want. Uh, well, yearly they're getting about 723,690. So they go down at restaurants, and then from there, on this point, looks like they have some type of special dining. That's the five where they could order food and alcoholic beverages. So we're gonna divide those 723, 690 pesos. We're gonna divide that by, let's say, 12, and it monthly just kind of tells us like how much they're receiving for benefits just a degree. So it looks like every individual will be getting about 60,000 pesos, and we divide that by I don't know, dollars to pesos, pesos to dollars. Let's see how much is that. So it's about or $3,000 that they get monthly just so they can dine. Um, they have the benefit of having their own workers. So that's what it shows here. Step six, uh, contract personnel monthly. We're talking about 5,140, 5,540,130 uh labor. So it just I don't know why they need so many people to do service. They have the right of two vehicles, like Suburban. It's over 600 million pesos every 2 years. It's an armored, bulletproof vehicle that they receive, and eight uh, looks like payment for risk, 640,372. That's yearly. And then gasoline, they're monthly they get about 22,000 pesos. Once again, this is not dollars, just pesos. We're gonna again 22,000 divided by 12, so they'll be that's like $1,800 that they get monthly just in benefits for gasoline. Okay, it looks like here it's called the fast track. Here it's called kind of varies. Uh, what they get there is called Teaje. So it's just the same thing. It looks like they can use they have unlimited benefits from that. And then some of them they have their own bodyguards, and they get other benefits like insurance for their autos, their home, and it should say something else here. They get some type of special reservations for restaurants, uh, for certain licenses, visas, and other type of legal process. Like I don't know, maybe getting passport or other type of legal benefit. And then the president, he wants to reduce uh, their income that they receive for about 83.66%. He doesn't want anyone else to like that serves as a public servant to make more money than him. Um, so we take the number comparison from what one of these Supreme Court judges will make in Mexico. But the president monthly, they're making about 6,177. That's like dollars of a conversion. One of the Supreme Court judges are making over 400K, 475. That's kind of close to like half a million that they'll be receiving every year. And then part 14, they receive special attention at the airport for personnel from the Supreme Court. So pretty much they could just skip like fast track. Like when you go to Disneyland, you get the flash pass and all that. That's pretty much what you're getting. So I'm sure you have to make a line. That's what it tells us here. So they get other perks if they're traveling in Mexico or outside. It's not just them. It's their families as well. So they have benefits for them. That's for diplomatic passports for the judges and their close family, like the spouse, children. They have their own like space. It looks like that section looks like a space at at the airport for them to have their own food and drinks. So they have their own VIP sections at the airports. And step part 17, they get 2 periods a year, so 15 days, every one of them. So pretty much they get uh, a month, a year, each one of them. And then they just Three equipments. I'm not sure what this means. And then part 19, six cell phones. It looks like it's high tech for them and their families and the personnel. Like it looks like the workers, and it's unlimited service. Looks like data roaming, and gigabytes, and everything else. Each one of them is renewable every year, and they get three iPads with service with internet service unlimited. They have their own papers, personalized papers. Man, they get a lot of things. What else do they get, man? Just too many things to list. Computers, printing to the internet, if, for their household, paid by the court. They get IT tech for the Supreme Court. They could also have their home surveillance, and they get medical benefits for the judges and them and their close family. And it doesn't tell me each individual or as a whole collective per judge. Remember, it doesn't say that. It just shows that they get 30 million medical benefits. And then just in case they need medicine, I don't know, over the counter or anything else prescribed, yearly we were talking about 188,000 99 by medicine. They receive special attention for any like process of that has to do with insurance. They receive life insurance for $12 million. No, sorry, it's not dollars, pesos. 2 million pesos. And then if one of them were to pass away, like a funeral service, it looks like they'll receive 1,189,615 pesos. So that's some of the things that they're getting. It says here that it's part of the list of the 40 privileges for their pay. Those are judges from the Supreme Court judges receive. So this includes the land members and then their families as well. So one of the main things he wants to do is just doesn't want the president to be choosing the Supreme Court judges, but he wants them to be elected by a popular vote. So some of the things that we went over now is shown here, pretty much just in short. So that's how we came up with a monthly of about 700,000 pesos. So it's just broken down. I wouldn't really know why somebody needs or has access to all these perks if they're a public servant. They're obviously doing things that it's not legal. That's one of the things that we're gonna be learning in my channel. Oh, how there's pretty much the only people that get justice is those that have the money to pay. Uh, President AMLO has talked about it several times. Is that there's only like justice for people who are oligarchs who could afford to pay justice. Unfortunately, that's the way it works. Because these people, these judges, have been involved in different scandals. Many of this person, the president, pretty much anything that the president has done to favor them, uh, she tries to take it down. Because obviously there's other interests that these people have, not just the Supreme Court that they're corrupt. but also Congress, what they have going on. Just a brief recap that I remember learning about was how in the electricity service that there's in Mexico, it was sold pretty much to Spain, like the owners of Spain, it's foreign, and they didn't want the people in Mexico to pretty much have their own electricity. They wanted them to be paying to a foreign country. So that's one of the things that it looks like the Congress and the Supreme Court allowed, which kind of sucks for the most people because they don't really know what was going on like in Mexico, and then pretty much like the news that they receive, it's corrupt, and like sources are well known. Azteca, they're famous news sources. They're sold out because the oligarchs, the people that are in charge, the people that have power, they get benefits or what, not paying their taxes. We were talking about not just it's just a couple 100,000, million. Now we're talking about over a million. Like a lot of money that it becomes so scandalous that these people say pay so much money for justice not to be seen, and then always blame the person that's in charge. And then so far the president has done several things to benefit to the Mexican people, such as one of the things he's done is to offer health benefits to the Mexican people that are in the third age and education. And then he's offered scholarships for students and other people who are against themselves, pretty much the social classes. They would just argue that, well, the youth, they don't really know how to put it to practice, but that's not true. It's just things are so hard over there that those are a stand for the people in power. They're just making it so difficult for people to get ahead, right, to find upward mobility. I'm not saying it's not there. It's just really difficult when you have a lot of when you this whole system is been corrupted for so long that um any little difference that the president does, uh, they just try to shoot it down. They try to suppress the truth. He says something in the daily news that he has from the Mañanera, and then they try to distort it and then change it because they were bought. And like it shouldn't work. It shouldn't work like that. It sucks that the only place you can get your news is just seeing this person on the talk and mention what's going on, what's been happening, and the people love him. Like for example, during the time that there was the presidential race with Sheinbaum, and then the other woman, they were just showing like in foreign countries, they were showing like France, Paris, Spain, and other countries. They weren't really showing um, the people that were voting for Claudia. Was just kind of like the news suppressing who won. I mean, we already know who's going to be the new president, and then within like a couple of weeks, president's gonna AMLO is gonna hand over the power to Claudia, which these people are scared, and they don't want all the benefits that they have, that they work hard. They sold much the justice system to their own benefit, and that's sad because it's just there's so much history of just how corruption has been going on, and that's something for another video. But so far, we're gonna dive really deep and then give us a share. Uh, thank you.